our guest tonight is one of the greatest managers of all time, Paul Heyman.
Stop.
No.
What kind of introduction is that?
Oh, what do you want me to do?
One of?
Oh, you're offended. I'm so sorry. You know what? Cut the screen. Let's do this again. Let's do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Our guest tonight is the greatest manager of all time.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
Oh, no.
I'm not a manager. I'm an advocate. Don't hit me with some stereotypical label like I'm Lou Albano or I'm Fred Blassie or I'm the Grand Wizard or Bobby Heenan or Jimmy Hart. I'm an evolved character. I have taken the role from the past and I have upgraded it and ascended it to a height that they could never have envisioned. I'm not just a manager. I'm an advocate, and I am the greatest advocate of all time. Please get this right. I
can't. As you could listen, you haven't been on the show for very long, and you already know that I botch left and right. This is my job.
Hold on a moment. Hold on. Hey, when I get off this stupid phone call, I want the publicist in front of me right now. I wonder why he put me on the line with these people. Okay? Let me take them off mute. Hi, I'm back with you guys.
I will be fired immediately. Do not worry. Let's get right into it because I botched the intro. SummerSlam, that's Sunday, August 17th on WWE Network. Your client, Brock Lesnar, will be fighting John Cena for the World Heavyweight Championship. You were the one behind the one in one of the most shocking moments in wrestling history. What does the duo of Lesnar and Heyman have in store for SummerSlam?
The same thing that was in store for The Undertaker at WrestleMania, a beating beyond compare, one that means if you're a fan of John, I don't need to hype SummerSlam to those that understand the dominance that prevails in the universe that is being conquered by Brock Lesnar. I think the people that need to be sold this pay-per-view are John Cena fans, to which I offer this very quick sales pitch. If you are a fan of John Cena, and if you are, there's no accounting for taste. But if you are a fan of John Cena, this is your last opportunity to see him. And if you think that's all hype and hyperbole, here's something to consider. If you look back on 21 appearances in WrestleMania by The Undertaker, you can very rarely find a video clip of someone even getting a 2 count on The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar didn't just beat The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar hospitalized The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar gave The Undertaker such an ass-kicking that The Undertaker has not been seen nor heard from since. There was no controversy. There was no outside interference. There was no manager distraction. Brock Lesnar stepped in the ring and beat The Undertaker within an inch of his life. And the same fate awaits John Cena at the Staples Center on August 17th in Los Angeles at SummerSlam.
Mike Chiari?
Brock Lesnar versus John Cena is obviously the biggest money match that WWE has to offer right now. But after SummerSlam, when Brock Lesnar becomes WWE World Heavyweight Champion, what superstar or superstars would you like to see Brock face moving forward? Who do you think is ready to and worthy of going up against Brock?
I see Brock Lesnar defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against all comers, and that could mean Randy Orton. That could mean Seth Rollins. That could mean Roman Reigns. That could mean Dean Ambrose. That could mean The Big Show. If there's any, that could mean Daniel Bryan. If there's anyone that wants to step up and try to take the title away, because that's the key. You're not just going to luck a victory over Brock Lesnar. You're going to have to beat Brock Lesnar in order to take the championship from him. The same way that Brock Lesnar is going to hoist John Cena up on his massive shoulders on August 17th at SummerSlam, drive John Cena down to the mat with such ferocity that Cena will not know what hit him with an F5, and pin pin John Cena's shoulders to the mat, 1, 2, 3, to take from John Cena the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, to strip John Cena of the dignity of being champion.
Brandon Gavin?
Paul, the running joke among us is that every new promo you cut is a top 10 promo of the year because your delivery, your intensity, it's impeccable. You always incite an emotional reaction from the audience. I feel like we just got 2 more top 10 promos of the year. Is there anybody you studied during your career, whether it was in wrestling or outside of wrestling, to help you evolve into the best promo man in the business? And is there any promo?
Everyone. Everyone. I watch everyone. I study everyone. I look to see what everyone does. I watched my father present his case to juries. My father was a personal injury attorney in the Bronx, and I watched my father present his case to juries when I was a kid. And I look now at the WWE Universe as if they are my jury, and I am the advocate for my client. But in terms of people that I watch everybody. There is something to learn from every single person that goes out there and performs, because you're going to be judged up against them. So the way they hold their hands, the way they hold the microphone, the way they tilt their head, the way they engage the audience, the way someone cuts their eyes to the left or to the right, the way someone avoids the camera, the way someone looks into the camera. How do they hold their legs? What is their body language? What does everything that they do or anything that they do tell you in their desire to convey their message to you? And I study everybody because I'm competing with them in terms of being the best person on the microphone.
Okay, well, speaking of being the best on the microphone, Tuesday marked the release of the new Ladies and Gentlemen, My Name is Paul Heyman DVD. As someone who has been around the business for a long time, how does it feel to have a DVD made of yourself? And what's it like knowing that WWE is the one behind the production?
Well, I don't know who else would be behind the production because they own all the footage.
Yeah, exactly. But if I asked you in 97, do you think WWE would make a DVD of you? I don't think you'd say yes.
I think if you had asked me 2 years ago if WWE was going to make a DVD of me, I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't have envisioned this coming. And I wasn't particularly happy when I heard they were going to do it because I didn't know what story they were going to tell. And I also knew that meant I had to sit down and reflect upon my career and my life. And I hate looking back. I'm obsessed with looking forward. So I'm flattered by all the positive reviews the DVD has gotten, and I'm glad that people liked the take that was offered. And I really have nothing to bitch about regarding it.
BG, you got any question?
Yeah, Paul, was there anything cut from the DVD that you wish was there?
I have absolutely no idea what was shot for the DVD. My participation in this DVD, besides giving a few pictures of my children and a few pictures of my parents to WWE, was I sat down for an interview. We did it all in one shot. It took about 16 hours. The only request that I had was that we kind of do it like a Charlie Rose interview. I'm sitting at a table because it's a more relaxed atmosphere. I didn't want to shoot it in my house. I didn't want to shoot it in my office. And I sat down for 16 hours, and we banged it out. And I went in with the full intention of just whatever the question was, I'm going to give it a 100% honest answer on. So I don't know what else was shot. I was not privy to who was being interviewed for it, though I had heard. I don't know what footage was shot that never made it. I don't know what stories were told that would never made it, which probably means if this documentary does well, then there'll be a part 2. Outtakes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and here are my outtakes. I don't, after being interviewed for 16 hours, I don't really know what questions that they asked me that didn't make the cut, simply because it was a 16-hour interview, and I was just glad to be done with it.
Mike Chiari?
Yeah, you were there front and center when Brock Lesnar picked up the biggest win in WrestleMania history against The Undertaker. Knowing what type of condition he was in after that match, and knowing everything he's accomplished over the course of his career, in your opinion, do you believe we'll ever see The Undertaker wrestle another match?
I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't know as a human being. I don't know as a character. I don't know what he's thinking, and I don't know what his reaction to this is. I didn't see The Undertaker after the match. The Undertaker legitimately collapsed 5 seconds after he walked through that curtain. He never even made it into what's known as the gorilla position. He was in between the set and the curtain that leads into the control room known as the gorilla position, and he collapsed there. And they loaded him into the ambulance by taking him down a side ramp from right behind the curtain. So, and he was taken straight to the hospital. And that's not a storyline. That is the way it happened. And I don't know how he feels about it. I don't know if he feels that once the streak is over, that's what he had left to give. And I don't know if he feels I don't want to go out like that. So it's not something that I'm privy to the answer of, and nor should I be, for that matter. It's clearly his decision.
All right, I'm from Philadelphia. I'd be remiss as a kid from Philadelphia who witnessed the ECW revolution if we didn't touch on that. You helped build one of the most successful wrestling federations in the history of the sport, with companies like TNA struggling and a wide open market desperate for a viable alternative. Do you ever think about getting back in the saddle as a primary shot caller for a company again?
No.
No?
No.
Despite the success of ECW and all the fun that those times had, you don't want the drama that comes along with it?
In 2010, after Brock Lesnar choked out Shane Carwin, there was a discussion that I had with TNA that involved Spike TV. And ultimately, because TNA had been trying to get me on the phone since the day I left WWE in 2006, and I never took the phone call. We finally got into a conversation because Spike TV had reached out to make that happen. And ultimately, the story of this is, if I was going to do it, I wanted the Dana White deal. I wanted complete control. I wanted a piece of the company, and I wanted the ability, when the time was right, to take it public. And I wanted to do the programming a completely different way that they had been doing it, and Spike TV signed off on it. And the concept was a very youth-oriented, youth-based, youth-marketed promotion, a direct contrast to the way WWE does things, a complete and utter alternative to WWE at the time. And while the ruling family in TNA had no problem with my salary requests, my ownership demands, my concepts, et cetera, they did not want to implement as much of a youth-oriented product as I was looking for, and I balked at it, and I have no regrets about that. There's an old cliche, at the end of the day. Well, at the end of the day, they were happier being a WWE-like promotion than they were branding themselves something different as TNA. So that was the last flirtation I've had with doing my own thing. I do my own thing with my marketing, branding, and advertising agency in New York City, the Looking for Larry agency. I'm very proud of the body of work that we've amassed with a whole host of different clients, including right now 2K Sports, and in the past THQ and EA Sports, and a number of different clients. And I get to do my own thing in the mainstream world, in a marketing, advertising, and branding firm right in the heart of New York City. In terms of doing my own thing in sports entertainment, I kind of do my own thing now with Brock Lesnar. And I'm very happy doing it. Running an entire show is a 24/7, 365 commitment, and you would need an enormous amount of financing and very strong distribution set up front to get me to the table to even consider such a task. Because otherwise, it's doomed to fail.
Okay, we have two last questions. Mike Chiari, quickly.
Yeah, during your time at the helm.
Wait. Why quickly? Why are you rushing it?
Well, I'm not rushing you. I just want to make sure we get all of our questions in.
But you got your question, and then now you're right. Hey,
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's not fair, Mr. Heyman.
I'm selfish. I am selfish.
No, hurry up. He doesn't like you.
I don't like him either. During your time at the helm in ECW, you became known for your ability and willingness to scour the globe and bring in unique talent. And with WWE currently doing the same in the form of Kenta and Prince Devitt specifically, how impressed are you with WWE's efforts to broaden its horizons in a sense?
Very, and I commend them on this reach out for the best talent on the face of the planet, and that obviously includes the two gentlemen that you just mentioned. We're getting the cream of the crop here, and obviously that denotes a vision for a style change in WWE and a higher work rate and a higher customer satisfaction in terms of the actual in-ring product. So it's a very exciting future when you think about the people that have yet to debut on WWE television.
Oh, final question, Brandon Galvin, but don't rush.
Paul, if you had the opportunity to
Hurry up!
If you had the opportunity to promote one match, whether it was with current or past wrestlers or a mix of both, is there something you would have in mind?
Yes, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena at SummerSlam. I don't look past John Cena yet. You know, he is a 15-time champion in 10 years for a reason. He is the number one superstar in WWE. He sells more merchandise than anybody else in WWE history. He is the biggest star in the WWE universe. He draws the biggest numbers. He sells most pay-per-view. He gets the highest ratings. He is the man around here. And to look forward beyond John Cena to where Brock Lesnar would have a specific match with somebody would be to overlook a very capable WWE World Heavyweight Champion, one who has withstood every challenge that has come his way for the top spot for over a decade. You gotta take John Cena very seriously. I do. Brock Lesnar, on the other hand, understands that this match against John Cena is like having a dinner reservation. The steak is not going to eat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is going to eat the steak, and the steak in this circumstance is John Cena. So if I could promote any match, I'd promote the one that's ahead of us right now. Once we get past Cena, then I can envision where to take Brock Lesnar.
Awesome. Listen, a huge thanks to one of the true legends in wrestling, Paul Heyman. We appreciate your time, sir.
You should. It's very valuable.
Have a great day, man. Good luck at SummerSlam. You don't need it, but good luck anyway.
We don't need the good luck. Stop with the semantics. My God, don't patronize me.